Hey, what's up, guys? Let's go ahead and delve into supplements. This is obviously a very widespread topic. I mean, for the most part, you're going to be able to cover a lot of your vitamins, your minerals, okay, as well as your protein. Actually, just consuming food, and if we consume the right amounts of food, okay, for your body type, but also focus on calorie quality, we actually should be able to cover the bases. But for this, let's go ahead and talk about some supplements that I personally love for maximizing your training. Now, as you guys know, we want to maximize building strength, but also building muscle. That is key. If we can do those things correctly, then we're going to be more prone to keeping your weight off. So, first one, whey protein. Okay, obviously, guys, whey protein is the shit. Why is it the shit? Well, because it has amino acids into it. Okay, so you're not necessarily just getting your animal protein, you're actually covering all of your essential amino acids, which are predominantly going to be used for rebuilding of muscle, called muscle protein synthesis. So, for us to use whey protein correctly, we just want to be able to consume it. Okay, you don't necessarily actually follow the anabolic window. That's been proven wrong. So, before scientists thought that if you were to consume whey protein within an hour after training, you would probably get the best bang for your buck for muscle protein synthesis. That has been proven wrong. As long as you're getting your total protein intake, that's what matters when talking about protein overall. Whey protein is just going to be a very good supplement for us to be able to reach your total protein goal. Okay, I recommend not necessarily having more than 2 protein shakes a day. Okay, so here, it's just different proteins that we're going to be looking at. There is shit whey protein on the market, so we want to make sure that we are going with some sort of concentrate or an isolate. Isolate protein is really what I recommend. This is going to be the most bang for your buck here. I would recommend doing an isolate. A concentrate is just basically a mix of casein and isolate, but I'm really more a fan of just having isolate altogether. So and that's what we want to do there. So again, this is just talking about amino acids and the importance of helping muscle protein synthesis. Amino acids are the building blocks, okay, of protein. So therefore, that's how we're going to get stronger. 1 to 2 protein shakes a day. You could also double scoop them if you needed to. And I definitely recommend double scooping your protein if you feel like you're shy in your protein goal. Creatine monohydrate. This is the best supplement you can possibly take. Yes, you can take it while bulking. Also, you can go ahead and take it while cutting. A lot of us have heard that creatine is poor for the kidneys as well as we hold water weight. Okay, now creatine's job is actually, creatine's already found in our muscle. Okay, so we actually already produce a certain amount of said creatine. However, it's not necessarily enough to be able to maximize our training. So we can supplement with creatine, which simply does that and improves our performance. Okay. And simply what it does is it actually recruits what's called ATP, which is basically the main fuel source for us to train for resistance training. So in fact, you actually can be able to work harder in the gym. It's the most heavily studied, okay, supplement on the market, and it's very safe. Okay, so there's no side effects to actually using creatine. So it may actually improve, your blood sugar as well as your brain function as well, which is badass. Okay. Boosted workload improves cell signaling, raising anabolic hormones, increases cell hydration, reduces protein breakdown, which is catabolic, okay, versus anabolic. Anabolic is what we're looking for, lower myostatin levels. This is very, very good stuff here, guys. Okay, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make sure that you guys do a 4 to 5 day, okay, loading phase, which is 20 grams per day. 1 scoop's 5 grams, so that's 4 scoops daily for 4 to 5 days, and then you just move through to your maintenance phase. Okay, and this is a good example of naked creatine. You just want to make sure that you're only consuming creatine monohydrate. That is it. Salt is very important for fluid balance, guys. Okay, salts is actually it's all about nerve signaling as well as your muscle response. So salt is very heavily involved in this communication between your brain and your muscle. Okay, it's very needed. Okay, but obviously having too much salt in your diet can also dehydrate us. So we want to make sure that we have the right amount of salt. And so one of the best things you could do is actually consume some sort of mixture of salt before you lift, because ultimately you're going to be able to sweat out the salt, but also it's going to help maintain healthy fluid balance. Okay. Salt's very essential to your diet. Okay. Pre-workout. This is very dependent on the person. You can either go with a stim, which is basically high caffeine and what's called beta alanine, which basically gets you the jitters, or you could use a pre-workout that gets the pump effect. Okay, these are just basically some brands that I recommend. What you would do here is you simply just take it about 30 to 60 minutes before exercise. And, some people really like this when they're feeling tired. I would say some people get dependent on this. So I would just go ahead and cycle on and off or change up the brands. So therefore your body doesn't build a threshold. Glycoject, okay, this is basically a BCAA. However, this is actually just carbohydrate solution. That's why I didn't put BCAAs on here. Glycoject is literally just carbs. And so therefore, when you're, running out of energy in the gym, you can literally just use a carbohydrate solution like this to basically, continue exercise, which ultimately is what we need for building muscle correctly, okay? So Glycoject I like as a supplement. It actually works quite well. Beet juice. This is basically a natural pre-workout. A huge fan of beet juice. Okay, so if you're someone that really wants to go all natural, I recommend doing beet juice over pre-workout. And pretty much what this is a natural vasodilator. So basically lowers your blood pressure, but also increases your stamina. Okay, and improves your muscle power, slows the progression of dementia, helps you maintain a healthy weight. I mean, there's so many different things here from just beets alone. It also has a ton of different things like this for your vitamins and minerals. And this is where I'm going to stop. These are pretty much just going to go into your vitamins. This can go on and on and on, but I'm going to go ahead and just attach this document so you guys can read through.